And recently, I donated to their Kickstarter for their upcoming EP for this year, which I'm really looking forward to hearing.
Well, the stuff's finally here. Hey guys, RanterInShades here, exercising my first Remember Rights vlog style. This is going to be a follow-up to a video I made back in 2015 on the topic of crowdfunding. The video is basically me explaining why I don't have any inherent problem with the concept of crowdfunding. If you haven't seen that video, click up here on the little pullout card or the link in the description. I made that video not only because I was dabbling in crowdfunding myself at the time, but I wanted to show some nuance to the topic because the ranty community has had a history of being anti-crowdfunding, saying that it makes you an e-beggar, and that anyone that donates to whatever it is that's being promoted, like Patreon, is a brainwashed fanboy. This video is going to be more so about how you go about your crowdfunding campaign. So as you saw at the start of the video, I played a clip from a Q&A I made in early 2017 where I mentioned that I donated to a band's Kickstarter. The band is called Sic Vita, and they're a pop-punk band from good old Massachusetts. I originally took notice of them in September 2016 when I saw them open for one of my favorite bands, I the Mighty. Out of all the opening bands at that show, these guys were the one I liked the best. So much to the point that I took a selfie with their singer, rhythm guitarist, and bassist after their set. I learned in February 2017, around the time I made that Q&A, that Sic Vita was recording new music and were crowdfunding it. And because I believed in this band and felt strongly about wanting this music to see the light of day, I donated to their Kickstarter. I donated to the tier that got me the following: a sticker, which I put on my stickered out line 6, a pair of sunglasses, a Livestrong wristband that reads "Travel light but never empty," which is a line from their song Casting Bigger Shadows from their 2013 EP History, a physical copy of the CD, and the shirt I'm wearing in this video. About a month later in March, I get this notification from the band on Kickstarter.
We can't even begin to describe how thankful we are for each of our backers' support for this project. We wanted to give you all an update in what has happened since the campaign ended.
And they go on to say,
we've also spent some time discussing our goals and future plans involving this record. It has come to our attention we have the possibility of making this release much larger and more successful, but would require us to hold on to these songs longer than originally planned. We will still deliver our rewards as promised, only some content may not arrive until after our original estimations. We apologize for any inconvenience, but we are confident it'll be worth the wait.
They were essentially saying that their goal had been reached, but they're wanting to push the release back a little bit. Originally, the EP was supposed to drop in April of 2017, but was being pushed back to May. At the time, I was like, oh, okay, seems reasonable, doesn't seem like too long of a wait. But then May rolls around, and nothing happens. I wouldn't hear a thing about this EP until August of last year, when I saw this post from their Facebook.
We have both good news and bad news. We are proud to officially announce we will be releasing our new album, To Be On Your Mind, on September 14th. This has been a long time coming, and we are excited to finally release it. Our release show will be on September 16th at the Palladium in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Which is actually where I saw them play at that I the Mighty show.
Unfortunately, this will also be our last show together. We are thankful for everyone's support throughout the years and hope to see everyone at our final show. Come rock with us one last time.
So it took until August 2018 for me to find out both the title and release date of the EP, and then they segue to saying that they're breaking up after the release. You can only imagine my disappointment. This is horrible PR. Delaying an album's release to ensure it'll be good enough is one thing, but I waited over a year for this to drop, and now you're gonna give an update only to then say you're breaking up? The hell? When the EP dropped last September, I made a point to not get the album on Bandcamp or iTunes or even find any download links anywhere. The reason is because I had already given Sic Vita my money, and I had no intention on obtaining their EP in any other way since I was expecting it to come in my Kickstarter rewards package. And like I said in my video, should bands synchronize their releases, I not only like waiting for an album to drop before listening to everything beyond just the first single or music video, but if I order a physical copy, I like waiting for it to deliver so I can load the CD into my iTunes and then listen to it in full. And that's what I intended to do with Sic Vita's EP. Hence why I didn't include it in my long list of albums I liked in the beginning of Best Songs of 2018 since I hadn't listened to it yet. Speaking of the should bands synchronize their releases video, you remember how I talked a good bit in that video about Jared Dines' solo EP The Dark that he was promoting at the time? Well, because I was one of the first 250 people to pre-order The Dark EP, I was going to be getting a free physical copy of the other solo EP Jared put out in 2016 called The Light. I pre-ordered The Dark on September 9th of 2016, judging by the date of the email confirmation, and my physical copy didn't arrive until October 26th. The wait for that was annoying enough, but you know when The Light reached my mailbox? March 6th of 2017. I understand that with Jared, the issue was mostly with the merch site he was using at the time, and he's since switched to a different one, but the point in mentioning this is that I got impatient with waiting for the Light EP and listened to the tracks on his channel after deliberately skipping those videos because I didn't want to make the same mistake of having the entire EP spoiled for me by the time the CD showed up in my mailbox, like I did with the Dark EP, hence why I mentioned both of the EPs in the long list of albums I liked in the beginning of Best Songs of 2016. I was not about to do that with Sic Vita. So I commented on the Facebook post they made on the day of the EP's release. Our Kickstarter Kickstarter rewards shipping? And they replied,
yes, they'll be shipping out soon, around 2 weeks from now. We're currently trying to get all of our merch from UPS because they lost it when we had it shipped to us.
So I was then like, okay, hopefully the wait for this won't be as long as the wait for the release date was. It's now February 2019. The package showed up literally the same day I posted my last video. Unbelievable. The point of me making this video is not to bash Sic Vita or say I lost all respect for them or anything like that. The point of this video is to send a message to any band wanting to crowdfund their release. Don't do what these guys did. If you're running into any problems, be open about it so your fans aren't out of the loop and kept in the dark. Even if it's really petty, if it's impacting the release, don't hold back the information. Will the fans be upset or annoyed? Probably, but they'll understand. Like, I was very much annoyed about how long this waiting period was for the EP to drop and for the Kickstarter rewards package to arrive at my house. Adding on to that, Sic Vita's announcement that they're breaking up, and you can tell some respect was indeed lost. But do I hate them? Absolutely not. Am I glad the package finally came? Although there were times where I felt like I was on the verge of giving up on waiting, yes, I'm glad I wasn't duped or scammed. Did I enjoy the EP? Yeah, and it definitely comes recommended to any pop punk or alternative rock fans in my audience. But man, was this not a good note to walk out on. This is also why I've since become a bit skeptical when donating to bands' crowdfunding campaigns. Like I said, I like helping out if I feel strongly about the band and their work. And this isn't me saying I'm never going to support a band in this capacity ever again. That would be a horrible thing for me to say. But I've since only donated to one crowdfunding campaign since Sic Vita's, and that would be the one my friends from the instrumental prog metal band Valence had for their upcoming album. Unlike with Sic Vita, I'm seeing more updates from them on places like their Instagram, and also unlike with Sic Vita, I have a direct line to contact them to ask how things are going with the project if I'm getting impatient with waiting, which hasn't happened yet as of writing the script, because again, I'm friends with them. I have much more respect for Valence than I do Sic Vita, because they're being more transparent. So if you're wanting to crowdfund an album or EP, be more like Valence. Don't do what Sic Vita did. Before I end this video, let me restate that this video is not meant to bash Sic Vita. After all, they commented on the post I made on my Instagram about the package during the writing of the script, and here's what they said.
We're sorry, unforeseeable things happened with the band. We tried our best to get all the merchandise out as soon as we could. Unfortunately, we ran into about every bump in the road that a band could possibly run into, including manufacturing and shipping problems with the shirts and wristbands. We understand the time frame on the music coming out, the band breaking up, and the Kickstarter packages shipping out really late is subpar, and we're sorry for that. We hope you like the music and enjoy the items now that they're finally there. Thank you again for your support.
This turn of events was highly unfortunate, but hopefully this could be a learning experience, not only for any future endeavors of the members of Sic Vita, but also for any band wanting to dabble in crowdfunding. Hopefully less shit like this can take place. If you have any crowdfunding stories similar to this, feel free to share them in the comments. Thank you for watching this video, take care, and have a nice day. I'm Shades, and I'll see you next time.